Stop saying I am an overthinker. Yes, you heard this right. You are not an overthinker. You are not born with it. You built it thought by thought, situation by situation, until it became your default. But let me tell you something real. Just like you created this pattern, you can also break it. As you are not your thoughts, you are the awareness behind them. And today, I am going to help you to tap into that awareness so that instead of letting your mind run wild, you can learn how to take control gently, without pressure, without resistance. Because overthinking doesn't need to be your story anymore, not after today. So, let's decode the chaos first and let us understand why do we overthink? Overthinking is a response of anxiety, and when the brain is trying to solve problems, the problems that don't even exist yet, it's a survival instinct gone rogue. And how it works? It starts as thinking, and then thinking about the thinking, and then thinking about why you thought about thinking. Complicated, right? And that's what we simply called as overthinking. So, firstly, you need to understand the scientific and psychological angle behind it. According to the research published in the Journal of Abnormal Psychology, overthinking activates the prefrontal cortex. This is the same area that is responsible for decision making, and when it is overstimulated, it results in analysis paralysis, where the more thinking leads to the fewer actions, which is why we are unable to perform actions rather than we stuck into that overthinking. And during this process, the cortisol level rises during overthinking, which can lead to insomnia, fatigue, and even depression. And the default mode network in our brain keeps looping thoughts when we are not focused. According to Atomic Habits by James Clear, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fell to the level of your system. To understand this, imagine someone want to win a marathon. That's their goal. They say it out loud, even post it online, or if visualizing it daily, but they never built the system to waking up early, eating clean, or training consistently. Then the real test comes and they will fail. Why? Because motivation fades. Goals are just the intentions, but the system are your routines, your daily actions. They work even when you don't feel like working. You won't rise magically to the big dream. Similarly, according to the power of now, it says, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have, which tells you about the mindfulness. We overthink because we are either in the past, what went wrong, or in the future, what if we fail, as the mind hates uncertainty, so it keeps bouncing. But in reality, only now is real. The past is gone, the future is not yet born. And when you train your mind to stay fully in the present, you reduce 80% of the anxiety and overthinking. Now, I will give you 10 psychological tips that will help you to stop overthinking. Because our mind loops because it has no answers or no outlet. So when you write down your worries, your mind relax. It says, okay, I have stored it and I don't have to repeat it. For example, imagine your mind is like a browser with 100 tabs open and writing it like hitting button save, which means closing the tab. Every night when you dump your fears on a paper, you will sleep lighter. 555 rule. This rule helps break freezing, which is the ability to think the worst. Here you just need to ask yourself, will it matter in 5 minutes? Will it matter in 5 days or in 5 years? Because sometimes overthinking magnifies the shadows, and when you will answer yourself this simple question, you will reduce it by greater extent. Yes, this is what you have to do. Because sometimes overthinking is often not your voice, it's echoes of others, criticizes, negative people, over explainers, and boundaries help you to hear your own truth. Yes, here you need to understand that overthinking is a habit and not your personality. So stop saying that you are an overthinker. As the moment you become aware, you get the power back. Here, what is thinking time? Instead of constantly thinking, you need to give 10 minutes or 15 minutes daily to consciously overthink, because here your brain just wants attention. So give it a fixed time to overanalyze. Treat it like a kid which will once feel heard, it will behave better. Practice present moment anchoring. Whenever you feel like overthinking or your thoughts getting spiral, bring your awareness back to the one thing. For example, you can breathe or focus yourself to a specific sound or a color or even to your heartbeat. You can even try to feel your feet touching the ground. This will help you to come back to the present situation. Yes, you need to stop scrolling because it fuels overthinking. Social media is a comparison trap where you compare yourself with others. Reduce input, which lead to reduce noise and which will eventually lead to reduce overthinking. Yes, you need to improve your sleeping hygiene. Give yourself a better sleep, which will eventually help you to detox your mental health. Now you can just simply replace the what if with what is. Give yourself actual reasons or the fact what has actually happened rather than giving yourself the scenarios what could happen or what if. Lastly, make a routine because unstructured life leads to mental chaos. Routine anchors you. When you know what comes next, your brain feels safe and calm. For example, you should wake up, stretch, drink water, read journal or write it. That's not boring. That's the brain therapy without a bill. Lastly, remember that you are not broken. You are just stuck in a loop your mind created to protect you. But congratulations, as today you took the first step to break it. Overthinking doesn't define you, your action do. So breathe, trust your journey, and take one small step forward. You're not alone. I am right here with you. And if you find this helpful, hit the like button to let your brain know we are changing patterns from today. Love you, my little warriors.